Apple making new 52-week highs this week. Stephanie, I put this question to you. Do you sell Apple here? At around 52-week highs, is it time to let some shares go?
I don't think so, because the valuation is still cheap. I think you're going to see a very strong quarter. iPhone sales, every data point that we're getting from Cirrus Logic to AT&T to Verizon to Broadcom, a lot of companies that have exposure to Apple are telling us that the iPhone and products from Apple have been strong. You've got a new refresh coming with Apple, the iPad. So even if sales are disappointing for iPad, you have something to look forward to. You have the Mac refresh, you have a potential video. So you got a lot of great data points coming up and catalysts in the new year. That said, I don't think I'd be buying into the quarter given the run up, but I do think that on weakness, if you get weak, conservative guidance, maybe you buy on the weakness.
What other ways should investors be buying? I know you like Broadcom.
Yeah.
Do you want to also look at an AT&T and Verizon here?
Yeah, I think that's a great combination, and you bring up a great point. Broadcom is your super high beta play, right? In terms of the volatility in the shares, but the stock is also down significantly, right? So that's one I think you want to buy. It's trading at trough valuations, and Apple's a 13% customer, Broadcom, so it's a very good way to play it. Apple, obviously, we like, very cheap, and I do think that AT&T is the one to buy versus Verizon, just given the significant discount, the superior dividend yield, and I do think they're going to post stronger iPhone sales than Verizon.
And then staying with Broadcom for a moment, I read a note from FBR that said that Q1 is going to be the trough for the chip sectors. Q4, we're going to see weak shipments. It's going to get better at the end of 2012. Do you want to broaden your exposure now to the chip sector?
Well, I think it's good to have a combination. In this volatile market, it's great to have a high beta play in a Broadcom, and again, if 50% of their sales is wireless, 13% is Apple, and then you have this real defensive, great yield, safe yield at AT&T. They just raised their dividend, and then you kind of have like Apple in the middle. So I think it's a great way to have a portfolio of products based on the smartphone theme.
So no other chip names to be looking at here.
I think people like Qualcomm. I think that one is overloved at this point, in my opinion. I think Broadcom is the way to go, especially if you want to play this theme, but also because the valuation makes a lot of sense too.
All right, thanks, Stephanie. I really appreciate it. So that's your sort of tech sandwich there. We have AT&T, Apple, and Broadcom.